and Oz Wheels HJ RedBelly Monza, morphed into a street stock racer. Off to the USA for Season 4 racing. See the whole development team. Let's roll.
Mark D, CutRock'R here. Just a quick update. My builds that I did for the street stock racing series that's going to be held at Low Country Diecast Racing League. Of course, you can only race one car, but I built a fleet because I enjoyed doing it so much. The first car I built, let's just say a number of years ago, probably about 5 or even 6 years ago, Hot Car Track did a promotional video for a bit of an Armageddon Mad Max scene, and he chopped up a lot of cars with an angle grinder. You probably may have seen a couple of pictures of them over the time way back then. And eventually they ended up in my possession. So I thought, well, listening to Thomas saying, you know, he wanted to see some cars or some builds that looked like they were street stock race cars from back in the day, well, I sort of tried to do that with a couple of builds. The first build was a Torino. And this Torino was attacked by an angle grinder by Simon, had no roof. So I've rebuilt a roof. I sort of thought, well, I know what it's like to be a poor racer and do what you can and do your own panel beating and such. So I got to putting this car in the right genre. I still had some old Hot Car Track stickers, so he thought Mount Western Raceway would sponsor the car. I had a set of, yeah, well, they're sort of bodgy wheels, but they look good on it, I thought. So I tried to get the best I could out of these cheap Chinese wheels for this build. They are the right thickness. And yeah, I thought the car came out looking pretty good. You can see, I think that's Harry Hoon in the driver's seat there. The next build also came from that mashed up cars, and it's a 61 Impala. And Crazy Ruby's now driving this, but I've done the car up as to faithfully, you know, budget racer. That's Crazy Ruby at the wheel. And, you know, done like, well, you know, I've been to the Speedway plenty of times in my lifetime. Not for a while, but I remember how some of the cars used to look. So I figured this looked pretty much in that vein. The next car I built, I also had a picture of this up, and I'll show a picture somewhere in the video, is a Firebird. And this has been rebuilt. The Matchbox of this particular chassis is quite friendly to virtually just bolting in a new set of fat wheels and axles. But being a Firebird, has to be sponsored by Kentucky Fried. The next car I built, and many thanks for the chassis of this car to DJ Triple J, John. It's a, used to be a cop car, John. It's a Holden VP Commodore, now sponsored by the Reptile Park. Not the greatest chassis by Hot Wheels. It's not a very well designed car, unfortunately, in the chassis department, but it was great fun to work on, and you know, it certainly gives you that Holden Commodore look. And just a good fun build, and goes quite well. And then my main build was the Oswheels casting of an HJ Monza. Good fun build. I wanted to do an Aussie car and I wanted to give the Oswheel a go. I think the car goes quite well, but it's a little bit unstable in the fact that it's got quite a narrow track. So that probably will hamper it a little bit, but I wanted to do it, and hey, why not? All good fun. I might even let him rip down the track in a minute, and you can see him do a lap. Cheers. Well, I had an odd amount of cars, so I've lined up my new 59 build and my new 61 build, and they're running against the car that did quite well in the last Street Stock series and took out a feature event and was on the podium at the end, the 75 Ford Falcon. So let's one-off race. Let's see how they go. Ready to roll. Pretty close. Race 2, the old 64 Impala, the Glamour 73 Firebird, and the old Torino 55. When I used to go racing, I think my cars looked more like the Torino and the Impala, and you'd see the Glamour car out there, and you go, oh yeah, he's a panel beater, or his dad's a panel beater. Sponsored by, yeah, they can afford to smash them and crash them and fix them up, and we had to bodgy up our own fixes. Anyway, let's see how these roll. Let's roll. Cheers. A quick steering test, the Torino. Here again are my 5 cars I just recently built. I thought as a last test I'd seen Thomas's qualifying track, so I thought I'd try and replicate to some sort of a degree the final test basis off his approximate 10-foot straight and 6-foot runoff or run-up. So we'll see how we go with just giving the cars one quick run down to see that they are handling conditions similar to South Carolina. Cheers. And it's, yeah, hot. I mean, horribly wet around here and has been for blooming ages. Bit of CutRock'R there. And lastly, the HJ Monza Oswheels car. It's got the narrowest track, so fingers crossed. Oh, that's not too bad. Hopefully I can go back to the workshop and get some more speed out of them before I send. Cheers all. The new 59 reserve car I'm sending to the Low Country Diecast Racing League. I'm running out of time. I don't think I'll get all the speed out of these that I think there is, but I have to post, otherwise I won't make it. So here we go. This is a VNVP Commodore. Thanks DJ Triple J for the casting. The 55 Torino. The 64 Impala. The 73 Firebird.
Stick around for the glamour shots. Don't forget to tune into the Diecast Racing League YouTube channel to watch this series. Link in description. Hey, and don't forget to ask your mate today, are you okay? Cheers all. CutRock'R.